Hey guys, Krusty Kid here with another Detroit Lions video. This week we got the Washington Redskins at their house. But before we get into that, just a little recap of what happened last week. Well, we played the Dallas Cowboys. They beat us 35-27 at our own house, and the game pretty much went as I was expecting. I didn't expect it to be as close, especially with Stafford not playing. Jeff Driscoll hasn't looked too bad for what it is. I think he improved from his first week starting into his second week, with a full week of preparation, knowing that he would be the starter. So I think he's starting to get some chemistry with those receivers, and we had a little bit of a run game there, so that was kind of nice to see. And well, let's just dive into what we got going on this week. We got the Washington Redskins, two very struggling teams. The Lions are struggling. Obviously, defensively, I'd probably be like, is the main thing they're struggling on. Washington, maybe a little bit of combination of both, but that they have some key injuries, just like we do. I think all teams have their injuries, and you just got to be able to figure to get through those, either with backup players or scheming, and guys have to step up ultimately. So let's just get right into it. Keys to victory here, starting with the offense. I think like we saw a little bit last week, maybe if we can get some run game going again. I mean, Jeff Driscoll is actually helping with the run game. He's pretty good at making some plays with his legs, as well as throwing. So it's like a little combination that we've got going. So he's actually showing us some mobility there, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. And first week, he got a nice play to Galladay, his first start, and then last week he got two to Marvin Jones, and not to mention the rushing TD he also had. We got a little something out of the ground game, so that was good to see. I think that the kind of formula we had last week offensively needs to be the same thing this week. Just try and see if we can set up some play action, and that would bode well going for the Lions forward into this game and the rest of the season. And I think that's the how we need to try and attack the Redskins here, is just trying to be able to run the football. And if we can get a play-action game going, I think that would be huge here. They are definitely struggling on defense, just like I said we are. Now, on the flip side of the ball, keys to victory for the Lions defense. Before I even get into that, what are the stats for the Lions defense right now? Let me see. Can't stop nobody. That's pretty much what the Lions defense has been like. I would say since the Vikings game, like they used to be bend, don't break, but it's now like we're bending and breaking, and we just haven't been able to stop anything or anybody. Like I kind of see that being the same this week as well. I think Washington's gonna offensively have a good game. This might actually be a shootout, to be honest with you. I think Dwayne Haskins is probably gonna have his best game of the season, and I don't know what it is. That we just can't get any pressure. I think we need to bring more blitz packages, man. Like we can't sit there and let a quarterback have all day. We saw what happened with Dak this week. We just can't let quarterbacks have all day in the pocket. And we saw what happened with Dak and the previous week with Trubisky. Like, if you don't get consistent pressure, it's not going to be successful for you. So we've definitely got to dial something up. And people have also been able to run the football on us. So it's like we're struggling to get to the quarterback, and we're struggling against the run. But I think our main thing is, the fact of the matter is, when you can't get to the quarterback, they have all day. So things are going to get wide open in the secondary. And I believe we have some good key components in the secondary, even outside of Slay. I know we lost Diggs to Seattle, but I still think we have playmakers back there. But ultimately, when your front can't get to the quarterback, they're going to get exposed, and that's what we've been seeing. As far as who I have winning this game, if this was in Detroit, I'd definitely take the Lions. I'd feel very comfortable with that. Or if Stafford were even playing in this game in Washington, I'd feel comfortable picking the Lions. But with this being Driscoll's third start and it being in Washington, and then I look at the deficiencies of the Detroit Lions defense, and then you throw in the factor of what the weather is going to be like, I think the Washington Redskins might just edge this one out just by a hair. But this is one I feel is going to go down to the wire, but I just feel the Lions defense, they've been playing so bad, and then being on the road and us being away from home and being out in the elements, and with Stafford not under center, it's just, I think this might be one where we take another loss. But like I said, both teams are struggling. It's just one of those, it's going to go down the wire, but I'm going to have to take Washington here. And either way, no matter the outcome of the game, it's not really about victories at this point. I mean, either for the Lions or Redskins, we both know neither team is making the playoffs this year. It's more about positioning yourself draft-wise and looking forward ahead and evaluating the players you have on the field and see what you need to do in the offseason as far as draft and, making offseason pickups and whatnot. So we'll see how it goes forward. It's just something to watch and see what some of these, see what guys step up and see what we can do down the stretch here, and see what changes need to be in the made in the off season, and see if we can reload and come back stronger next year. And go Lions.